So they got some interesting changes aimed at professional play in this patch, and it's actually probably not going to affect Soluki very much. I give an overview of the changes really quick. It's just the outer turrets are being changed, so they're gonna be like a little bit more healthy at the start of the game, and they're gonna have more damage reduction. So they're introducing a first blood mechanic on the towers in order to make it so that in competitive, when you trade the first two towers, that it's not an even trade. They lowered the local gold down to 250 gold. So if you're not getting the first blood gold for the tower trade, then you're gonna be considerably further behind. Brahm's getting a pretty decent nerf. They basically just want to hit his damage. Corki is going to have a package every 4 minutes, basically, instead of every 5 minutes. This is kind of random, but I guess he's performing too consistently for them, so they're hitting his damage a little bit. Tentacles are visible and brush enemies within vision radius. Jarvan for attack speed up on his E, so that's basically to help his early jungle clear. And that's going to be about 5% more attack speed. For him, having the sort of design he has, he really doesn't clear that well early in the game, so that's a nice change. Karma E shields less and no longer shields minions. Monsters E speed scales with E rank. So they're trying to like hit her laning phase in mid lane. And the minion thing is just kind of dumb, so that's gonna fix a little bit of her overbearing lane pattern. And I don't know why they're buffing Kassadin. He seems fine to me, which you've really got to be careful if you're going to start buffing Kassadin, but just a little bit of damage on his Q, I guess, because they took five off of it at early ranks. Then it's the same. Then it's got 5 more damage. Then it's got 10 less damage. Then it has 15 more damage. So they're all over the place with this Q change. Basically, I just want him to be about where he was, but then maybe like a little bit stronger late game. And then they want you to be able to cast your E at earlier ranks. Or if you're going to max your E, then you're still going to pay the same mana cost, basically. But if you max your Q, then there's going to be a period of time where you can actually cast your E for a lot less mana. So that'll be good. Moving on. Passive cooldown is up. Passive shield falls off faster, so they don't want to hurt any of the other mechanics of Malzahar, so they're nerfing his passive, which is good. It was up a little bit too much. It's still going to be really good passive, and much better than his old one at least. They went ahead with the Nidalee nerfs. I don't really agree with removing mechanics, but maybe more people will be inclined to try her out now. Renekton damage per second up at early levels on his ultimate, and gives Fury on cast. So that's really weird to me. I don't think he needed a buff at all, and this is going to make him like super strong. I think they gave him a little bit too much sustain when they removed his the sustain from his Q. So that's in line with what their numbers are saying. So they nerfed his health regen a little bit. Shyvana R passively generates more fury, so that's kind of interesting too. I never had a problem getting my ultimate up. Some more fixes for Sona. She's probably like a little bit too strong out the gate, so they actually hot fixed a lot of her, and then they just put a bug fix on there. So this is just documenting the hot fix for the most part. Talia ultimate cooldown is up. I'm guessing that this is to make it so that she's not so roam heavy. She needs to focus a little bit more on lane now, probably, since her ult is longer cooldown, particularly at rank 1. Crit multiplier doesn't proc independently on your Q and your auto attack. It's now counted as the same calculation, which it increases her damage a little bit, but I guess they're okay with that since they want to buff her up a little bit. Victor R only gains his return speed boost when Victor targets himself. Yeah, the ultimate was a little bit ridiculous. Movement speed down, W cooldown is up. So this is just another, like, we don't want to change the aspects of the champion that we've worked so hard to achieve. So they're going for a straight numbers nerf. Zyra Q damage and AP ratio up. I guess she was underperforming after the last set of nerfs, so they're giving her some straight damage on her Q, which is a good place to put it. And judging off the values of her old rankings, 180 is a little bit low, 200 sounds about right. And that's about it that I'm going to cover.